Hey, welcome back. For those that are new to the channel, if you want to skip anything I'm about to say, because I'm about to go into a little astrology and yeah, just for a few minutes, you can go down to the description box and click on the timestamps for the oracle and the timestamp for the tarot reading itself. This is a general tarot reading. If this is your story, yay. If it's not, don't try to make it fit. There's a subscriptions link somewhere on the channel, on all channels, and you can see where I subscribe to other tarot readers as well as astrologers. I recommend checking out the astrologers for sure, because I'm not one, but I do like to talk about it a little bit. And then the other tarot readers that I consider the best of the best. So if this story, this message that's coming through is not for you, then please don't try and make it fit. Let it go. And I assume that you're looking for an answer or guidance to something. Go look at one of the other readers that I suggest, that I follow and I listen to. I think they're the best anyway. That's just my 2 cents worth, of course. That being said, for those that are familiar with the channel, hey, thanks for coming back. I just want to talk a little bit about the Leo full moon. I've actually pre-shuffled, so I'm just sitting here kind of like doing this now. This deck, I have not pre-shuffled anything else. But we're about to go into Leo full moon. And in fact, sorry for in just a little bit. So sometime after 5 on the East Coast here in the United States, Leo full moon will be at its peak. It's around 5:09 to 5:40, depending where you are. Again, on the East Coast of the United States. And this full moon in Leo is all about your authenticity. It's telling you to stop performing and start being, like, legit. Just stop. Lots of emotional truths coming to the surface and out, almost like an explosion of emotional word vomit. And some of us are probably feeling this urgently, like it's like I have to get it out right now, right now. That's Leo. That's all Leo. And you should also consider that it's going to be, I was going to say it's going to be asking you, but it's actually meant for you, and to discard. I hate saying it like that. So I'm thinking about how I want to say this. It's asking you right now to look at what's meant for you. Okay. What is really for you from your heart center, and then whatever isn't, discard it. And that seems harsh, but it's necessary. Neptune also having just gone into Aries on January 26th. Okay. And today is February 1st, by the way. It's an emotional day for me as it is, but full disclosure, this is the anniversary of when my father passed away. But so, I mean, this full moon could not have been, I mean, the timing is just, but it's good. It's good because it makes you face these truths. That's what the full moon is about. It is about full on illumination and closing down the chapter or the cycles, except this one, this one's going to be a little different because we also have that Neptune in Aries, which is what I'm trying to get to. And Neptune in Aries, the spirit warrior, is saying, what about me? What about my peace? What about what I need? And then you have Saturn, the storyteller, the narrator, the one that, is like, this is how it's going to be. We already, like, Saturn already knows, is going from Pisces into Aries in the next 2 weeks. So all this emotional deep diving into the ocean of all the feelings so that you can heal, so that all the things can be brought up to the surface so you can heal before you go into the actual fire, into the action, into the test even. And these last 2 weeks especially are going to feel that much more potent. So then you add this full moon on top of it, and it's like, what the hell is my life? That's kind of what a lot of you are feeling, what a lot of all of us are feeling. But that means that the theme, even though that sounds in its own way very chaotic, emotionally chaotic, the theme, however, has been my favorite, heart center. Just walk from heart center. Just do that. Because you're going to feel the push and pull from Aquarius sun, right? Like we're in Aquarius sun. Venus and Mars are in Aquarius. Pluto, I believe, is in Aquarius. And Aquarius is saying, go be social, go be with other people, do for other people, even for a future, like perspective, get creative with it and all of that. This Leo full moon, this Neptune in Aries, this soon to be Saturn in Aries, this is all saying, yeah, no, I'm here too. So there's a conflict in that sense, right? But you can use them together. You can use that Aries energy with that forward thinking Aquarius, and especially depending on where all these things land in your own personal chart, to catapult you. I mean, like legit catapult you into the future, into your goals, into what it is that is for you from heart center. And remember, if you're walking from heart center, you're doing for others and their hearts too. You are. You're when we take care of here for the good of one to the eel, I just said, yes, not like eel in the ocean. Oh my goodness. For the good of one to no ill to anyone else. Okay. When you walk and move that way, you inevitably end up doing good for other people, even if it's not in that moment. You're leading by example in that sense. And being of service to others in that sense. And it's because you're not doing things with a malicious intent. If it's from heart, I'm not talking about ego. I'm not talking about brain. I'm talking about from heart. And Leo is the heart. It is the fire. It is the courage. So, okay, I'll just keep going. Because if not, I'll just stay on the soapbox. Anyway, so where Leo is saying all about me and my needs right now, add to that this Neptune in Aries, which is the spirit warrior that's been activated, and it's going to be there for 14 years. So, you still got a little bit of this Pisces energy that it just came out of, but it's really saying, yeah, now's the time. Whatever it is for you, now's the time. And we'll see what message comes out from spirit. But, this is your sign right now. Authenticity. It's not about woo-woo astrology or even psychology, but an actual need to survive. Authenticity. Your authentic self is the need. You have to do this to survive. You have to be yourself, your true, authentic, heart-centered self. What do I mean? Why is it a need, I should say? Why is it a survival thing? Well, because the world literally, the universe, everything is literally chaos. Organized chaos, miraculous chaos, but it's chaos nonetheless. And in a world, let's keep it with our 3D of chaos, the only solid foundation that you have is your heart. That's it. Your heart's truth. That's the only solid foundation that you have. Your soul's truth. And you've got to stick with that. And you've got to let it come free. Come free. That's not what I meant to say. Come free. That, for some reason, is making me think of something. Anyway, so, okay. All that said, I do think in this reading, we're going to see 10 of Wands, because I think there's going to be an ending to the burdens we've been carrying for other people. Okay. So I think we're getting to that. We're about to just say, fuck this and drop the wands. Like we're there, because the 10 of Wands is the end of that wand cycle. I think we're going to see the Tower and or Judgment, because we realize we can never go back. We can never go back to who we were before. You can't unsee, you can't unhear, you can't unknow. You can't. And a lot of us are going to be struggle even more right now because of this push and pull energy, but especially because you're going to be clinging like, no, I want to stay here. I want to stay here because this is easier. Or I want to stay here because I'm comfortable, even if it's a shit life. Like, but because you're used to it, right? And the Tower and the Judgment, the way that the planets are moving, Aquarius even, it's saying like, you can never go back to the way that you were before. So I think 10 of Wands, Tower and Judgment. I think we'll also see some 6 of Cups, and not about other people and or people from our past, but specifically for us, for that inner child. and reconnecting and finding the little moments of joy for ourselves. I think we'll see the World card, or the Wheel of Fortune, or both. If we see both, then we'll talk about a double down. But the World card, I think for sure, because of the closing of cycles. Except, and this is what I was going to say earlier, this is not just closing a cycle. This is closing the whole damn book. And the Jupiter in retrograde in Gemini, which I think goes on until like what, March or April, something like that. It's going to be asking you to reread old books, speaking of, but you can't. And that's going to be another conflict there. So you're going to have to pick up a new book. You're going to have to gain some new knowledge. You're going to have to start a new cycle. But yeah, this closure, this full moon, and the way that everything is moving, this is like, no, it's time to close the whole damn book. Put it to the side, get rid of it, donate it, put it in a, my little library box things in your neighborhoods if you have those. I hope you do. If not, you should start one anyway. And yeah, get a new book. And I think we'll see the Strength card because, hello, it's Leo. And because you're finding your courage, even though we'll probably see the 8 or 9 of Swords. And I do think it's going to be the 8. I could be wrong. I mean, obviously I could be wrong, but I feel it, because while you're finding your courage, it doesn't mean the fear goes away. The fear is real. The fear is potent. Fear is not actually real. Fear is a what if. It is not actually grounded in reality at all, but it is real to you. It is real to your heart. It is real to your mind, right? And because of that, I think we'll definitely see confirmation with an 8 or 9 of Swords. I think it's going to be the 8. But the Strength card, defining your courage to do the hard thing anyway, whatever that is. Getting rid of somebody, getting rid of a job, getting rid of a situation, moving, whatever it is that you have been feeling so much fear and angst even around. This Leo full moon is saying, here again, here's your sign. Be true to you. Now let's go. Use me. This is where Leo is really saying, use me. I am your lion. I am your courage. We can do this. And you will. You will. And then I think because of that, you're going to see the Sun or the Fool here in this reading, because you will do it. Whatever it is for you, you'll follow your heart. And then the Ace of Cups or Swords, because that's going to be what your guide is. And that means maybe Hermit and the Star, or Hermit or the Star. I think because we're using that star along with that Ace of Cups or Ace of Swords to like guide. Well, no, I know for a fact that that's what's happening right now. But as far as seeing it, I'm a little iffy about the Hermit. I don't know why, which probably is the reason why I don't come out. But so, and then I think we'll see a divine partnership in this reading. I've never said that I do love readings only, but I swear every reading I've done has been primarily a love reading, whether it's of the self or between a couple. It's not about gender, but I do think we'll see the Queen and King of Wands, or one or the other, depending on who the message is for. But, and then I'm feeling the Emperor and Empress tonight. So we'll see. Right now, I think it is about you. Me, myself, and I kind of thing. I think it's about you right now. So we're going to ask Spirit, I've been holding these cards with a death grip, putting the energy into them. Spirit, if you can give me one card for this reading to help guide the reading, and or a message that is meant for whoever is watching. If you can give me one card, please. The spaces between the worlds. Well, isn't that beautiful? It's 24, which is a 6. That's a cool card. I don't remember seeing that one. Doesn't mean I have it. I just don't remember. Let me put these here. That's all. And then I want to go back to Native Spirit today, because I'm feeling like we need a different type of guidance here. Whoa, that didn't work out. Let's try that again. Maybe this one. I've been shoveling snow today. We had a blizzard over the weekend and got we got probably, I know in some parts there's like almost 18 inches, but for sure 10 to 12 as an average here where I am. And we're not used to such things in the Southeast. You know, we don't have the infrastructure for it. And plus, we still had ice. So we have a layer of ice and then all the snow on top of it. And because we don't see that kind of weather typically, we're all acting like it's, you know, the end of the world. It's a beautiful sunny day here today, which means we should see a very beautiful full Leo moon when it gets dark. And I do suggest do some Googling and use your AI partner. Get very specific with it. Okay. I'm going to tell you real quick. Here's a tip when you're dealing with AI. Talk to it like it's a 2-year-old, a really, really smart 2-year-old, but one that you have to give way too many details to and that you have to remind that you want it to be objective and unbiased. Okay. And then ask it to use all the resources at its disposal to find you a full moon ritual. If you want to do some healing, both internally, emotionally, and physically, I suggest getting a jar of spring water with a nice tight lid and put it under the full moon tonight. There is a Lilith or Hecate or there's several names that you can use in this, but there's a prayer, energetic blessing that you can ask to be bestowed upon the water, and leave the water sitting underneath the full moon overnight. And then tomorrow morning, get your water and drink it. And as you're drinking it, claim your healing. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you advice on that side. I am telling you from a spiritual side what is a great practice. But Google it and utilize your free little AI tool that's right there. Fact check some things, ask it to provide the sources. That's another way. And ask it to provide reliable sources for those that are new to research. Reliable is the name of the game. And yeah, use this full moon to not only do the ritual, but to ground yourself, to help you close that book and to help you find the next book or open the next book. It really is. I think it's that for a lot of us. Just open the next damn book. It's that simple. Close and open. Close and open. And I don't know why a book is so important, but it's important. A book is important. So for whoever is listening, if that is, hello, if that resonates with you, I suggest sticking around. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. Answering the call. I'm feeling some sort of way today. Yes, I am. And I feel like these cards even kind of go together, right? I don't know. Maybe? Okay, we'll see. The spaces between the words. I said worlds. That's so stupid. I can't read. I said the spaces between the worlds, and that's what I thought was funny, but it's the spaces between the words. White space, what isn't being said. Now that might make it even funnier. And then answering the call. When we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify, reassure, and help us find our authentic path. Well, isn't that funny? Through the chaos. Isn't that really funny? Yet there is also guidance in the spaces between the words, between each letter, between all the happenings in our lives, where there is nothing to be said, where there are no lines to be colored in, where there is just openness. Those are the times when we need to freestyle. We need to do or not do based on what is happening for us right in the moment. Often there is far less to do than we think. Often we don't need to think. There is a space forming around you now. Sometimes when we sense this subconsciously, we feel exhilarated and excited, anxious and nervous, and not even sure why. There is a sense, perhaps, that we wouldn't mind having a map of this unknown terrain, or perhaps we are happy to wing it and make it up as we go. Either way, there is space to just be. It is a receiver for the divine presence. If you have a lot of space of unknowing around you now or within you, then just know there is a lot of divine presence to be received. It can't be explained, excuse me. It can't be explained really. It happens between the words, and yet without it, there wouldn't be any words, any guidance at all. The oracle speaks to you. Enter the space and let go, for your time to receive is upon you. Be blessed. I keep tilting, I'm like slowly tilting off the screen. I'm sorry. But I mean, how lovely is that? When we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify, reassure, and help us find our authentic path through the chaos. Enter the space between words and let go, for your time to receive is upon you. Be blessed. Confirmation. Answering the call. There we go. You've been called. If you've been waiting for your life to shift, the waiting is over. Your true and authentic life is happening. I mean, damn, y'all. If you've been hoping for a sign, this is it. Right now, your spirit guides, ancestors, and loved ones who have passed on are sending you messages, love, and healing. You've been called, and a gateway is opening for communications from these spiritual realms. Now and in the days ahead, signs from spirit will be all around you. Watch for them. Your native spirit wants you to know. Indigenous people look to the clouds, the winds, and the movement of animals to discern the secret messages from the Creator. In native traditions, life is ruled by signs. Right now, your spirit helpers are telling you that this is your time. The waiting is over. Sometimes we spend so much time waiting for life to happen that we miss the joy in the moment. Cherish the here and now and know that no matter what concerns you may have, in the deepest sense, you are ready. Believe. Follow the signs and miracles will abound. Your time is now. Look for signs. They are all around you. The feather that alights at your feet, the penny that mysteriously appears, or the rainbow splashed across the sky may be a sign that spirit is trying to get your attention. Watch your dreams. Messages from spirit are often conveyed in the nocturnal hours. By the way, Neptune and Aries, spirit warrior activated, dreams are real. Like, you may be feeling them. Like, even if you can't remember them, like, you know that you had like all these dreams, but you're like, oh my God, what was it? What was it? And then others, they may become that much more potent and realistic. Colors, smells, sights, sounds, all the things. So write them down. I suggest having a dream journal. Everybody I know, I tell them that you should have a dream journal right beside them. If you can do it in your phone. If you're the type of person that keeps your phone nearby, you've got a note app. Or you can download one if you don't for some reason, although I think all phones have that now. But start your dream journal. And if you like to write, then keep the dream journal by your bed or on your bed even. I mean, I don't know your situation, but it's important. It's important. And start tonight. Maybe make this as part of your ritual. So now let's get into the tarot. I'm sitting here looking back and forth because I'm like, which cards do I want to use? I was thinking about this earlier and I said to myself that it was really going to be dependent upon the message that came out in the Oracle. And since this is about being your authentic self, do I want to do it? Do I want to do it? I don't know, y'all. I think we're going to do the light seers. Why? I don't know. I don't know. There's got to be a reason, she says to herself. We'll do this as our base. 25 minutes in, and I haven't even started reading it. I really hope some of you are utilizing the the timestamp. I mean, if you like listening to me talk, yay, that's good because I talk. I know. I've got to get this seat back up too, so I can shuffle correctly. Spirit, what messages do you have for us? There's a Knight of Cups and the Three of Swords. This is definitely a time period of healing. Woo! That Knight of Cups with that Three of Swords. We've been going through it for sure. For sure. One more. Okay. What messages do you have for us, Spirit? What truth is ready to come from our heart center for whoever needs this message? Walking from heart center. Three of Cups. There's a protection here, a feminine protection. This could be your spirit guides. This is what I'm feeling. Three of Cups. See the stars? But do you see how the one in the middle is holding the skirt in a protective way as a block for the other two? As if what's on the other side of them, I mean, it's assumed that they're looking up, but there's this, you see, and like holding this out. For someone, this is about your spirit guides. Could be feminine energy, could be your literal friends. You're saying goodbye to the pain. Ten of Swords. I said the other night I was going to stop taking them if they didn't flip over, but that one came out by itself. An end to the pain. Goodbye. Farewell. There's a protective nature here from your spirit guides. You're being asked to close that damn book. Into the deep, the moon. Leo full moon, for sure. Coming out of the Pisces into the light, into the Aries energy. I do believe that. You're being asked to let go of the pain. Wow. And so the card dropping has begun. Every time. Bye. Hierophant. Now, you know what's funny? If I didn't do word meditation, I don't know that I said this when I was going on my little spiel earlier about the astrology, but Sanctum has not stopped going around and round in my head for days now. And organized religion has been big, but this one is different. This Hierophant is like, it's an upgrade. It's like being tuned in to your spirit guides. It's being tuned in from the messages, being tuned in to the messages that are being sent your way from the divine, the spaces between the words and answering the call. And you see, this is very much an enlightened kind of energy. All of the messages that are being downloaded from the moon. Oh, tonight, this may be about that dream journal too. Dreams might be really important for you right now. Two of Cups. Messages regarding your interpersonal relationships, perhaps. What is actually meant for you. Walking from heart center. And what's the truth that's ready to come from your heart right now? And we have that. Perhaps in a little bit of a estranged place. Estranged. Not estranged. I don't think it's you're not talking to each other. I think it's even together you're feeling a little bit alone right now. Like there's a coldness. But it's not malicious. I don't feel that. We'll clarify if we have to, but there's that justice. A decision being made. Oh, to open the door or not open the door. Two of Cups. Look, see the key. To go in or not. With the Justice. There's the Star. It's what you asked for. It's what you asked for. Authenticity. Authenticity. Seven of Wands. There's that heart center, that protection. You see the bubble. My needs right now. What's meant for me. For the good of one to the ill of none. Okay. Ten of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. That's a like legit ending and beginning. Like for somebody, this Ten of Pentacles, it's not about reaching that. Okay. For somebody, it's about breaking away to start fresh, to start over. A seed planted that has taken root already, actually. And they came out together. This could be the start of everything you ever wanted from a tangible perspective. I mean, I heard ending and beginning, which is funny because that's what came out the other night. And there's the Ace of Cups. I feel like this is absolutely telling you about a beginning. Once you close that chapter, hello, Four of Wands. Finding the joy. Two of Wands. Finding the joy. What does it mean to you? What sets you on fire? What sets your soul on fire? Knight of Wands. What makes you passionate? Okay, we're going to put those back because more than one, it's a little different. Then it's coming out, they will. Eight of Wands. I mean, that's a lot of wands. It's a lot of fire. That Leo and Aries is strong. I think you've chosen to go through the door. The devil. 8 of Wands. Be careful with your words right now. What I heard. It's easy in this energy to say the thing, this is where you've got to really, really get from in your heart, away from your ego, get into your heart, speak from heart center. Page of Wands. And then rock with it. I heard throw it up and see what sticks. That's what you have right now. That's all you have right now. Your heart's truth. Your heart's truth. Brand new. 9 of Wands and the Hangman. What are you doing this for? It's really what you're being asked. What are you doing this for? The truths that are needing to come out right now. What's truly meant for you and what's not. What are you doing this for? Okay, for whoever this message is for, it's for the glory, for the victory, for the recognition. Definitely a Leo card in that sense. This is about you being on center stage, your needs, my needs. And there's Lovers. The victory in this, the victory in this, the victory in this connection, the victory in this connection. So this is about some serious growth here, I think. Yes, there's the sun. Yes. Letting it all come out. Okay, letting it all come out. And there's the Emperor. Letting it all come out. Mastering these things. And there's the Queen of Pentacles, which is a minor for the Empress. I'm putting them together. Anything else on this before we go into the... Wow. There's the Six of Cups. Mastering these emotions. Healing this inner child. Healing the inner child. Finding the joy for the self. Healing the inner child. This is absolutely about giving yourself permission to do so. Giving yourself permission to do so. We're gonna... Time to give yourself permission to find and go after your happy. Nope, we're going to stick to theme. Hearts center. I think that's going to be right. We'll see what happens. Anything else from these cards, Spirit? Sure, let's just get all of them there at the end. There's your Strength card. Yeah, the courage to do it, to find it, to go after it. You're giving yourself permission. It's necessary to go after it. There's your healing. Oh, they all came up. There's your healing. I'm going to listen. Oi, I got to do it. All right. There's your healing. I'm going to put these two back. And there's the King of Wands. Yeah, this is your... See the lion at his back? That courage doesn't make it less scary. That Three of Swords with that doesn't make the heartbreak disappear. The heartbreak doesn't go away. Okay, healing doesn't mean that the things go away. Healing doesn't mean that you don't think of things. Healing doesn't mean that you don't think of things and feel the feelings when you think of them. Healing does not mean that you don't look in a rearview mirror and see behind you all of the shit that you had to go through in order to get to exactly where you are right here today. No, in fact, that's healing. Being able to look at the things, being able to feel the things, and being able to move forward and take the next step, regardless of all of the heartache, regardless of all of the things that scare you. I don't know why this message is so strong. And like, I really want to cry right now. That's how strong it is. It is important. It is potent. Remember who you are. And for some, you'll automatically attach to the negative narrative. And that's not what's happening right now. Leo full moon is saying, no, you have the lion at your back. Remember who you are. Look at everything that you've gone through in your entire life, even if it doesn't compare to some, oh, what is, uh, everyone's hard is their hard. It's their story. It's not about if someone has it worse than you or someone feels things more deeply than you. That's not what it's about. You've experienced what you've experienced and you made it through those things. And while someone may have gone through like the worst thing you could ever imagine of life and they survived. And so they're, oh, what's the word? I hate it so much, but it's a good word. Not only are they a survivor, but they are, oh, what's the word? Put it in the freaking comment box if you can think of it, because they're able, resilient. Freak. Okay, so this is how my brain works. But resilience, okay? And you look at them and you think, I dropped a card or two. You look at them and think, oh my God, they're so resilient. Like, as immediately, like, they're so strong. Most people who are resilient don't want to be. Let that sink in for a second. They had to. In order to survive. That was their survival. But that doesn't mean that if you want something that wasn't quite as dramatic or quite as heartbreaking or quite as like earth shattering or whatever that you're comparing to, because whoever's listening to this, you're comparing. Stop comparing. Your heart is your heart and that's fine. Okay. But whatever you went through was still something that you too had to survive. And believe it or not, even if it doesn't sound as major as somebody else's, it's something that someone else may find even more difficult to go through or experience. There can be something that happens to us at any point on our timeline that we can't let go of because it's that impactful, because it hurt us, or it just, even if it's not about hurt, like a three of swords is like this agony, but it's not a 10 of swords. You see this? And this is all in the mind. It's swords. You think it's the worst pain at this point, but this is a three. It's not. It's really not. This is actually about the healing, because then you go into the four where it's like, okay, you can chill out now. And coupled with that King of Wands, you had to feel this in order to be that king, in order to be that emperor. You had to feel it. You had to carry it. You had to go back in the Six of Cups and heal it. You had to. But not only did you have to, you did it. Do you know how many people don't? For whoever's listening, you know this. You know this on a fundamental, like you know this. Okay. Anything else from these cards? Because I'm about to get the other deck out, Spirit. That Five of Swords. Yeah, it's all your mind. It's all in your mind. And you see the bird like squawking in his head, like, oh gosh, please just stop squawking. This might be how you're feeling about me right now. After I just went on my little journey there. Oh no, this is about change. You got Five of Swords to the Five of Cups. Okay. And the movement forward. Nine of Pentacles to the Page of Swords. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Four of Cups, Queen of Wands. Not taking it, but I felt that. So let's jump into it, because we have gone over the time that I had set for this reading, which is fine. I'm going to shuffle down here. I want to focus back on that question. What's your truth that's ready to come from your heart? What's your truth? This Two of Cups is what came out when I started asking that question. What's your truth that's ready to come out from your heart? Not your mind, not the swords. Oh, 3 and 5 of swords. Eight of swords. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I do believe. What's your truth? I wasn't done, Spirit. That's a 9 of Wands. What's your, and that would be double. You're tired. What's your truth? Okay. Justice. What's your truth? What's your truth? Six of Swords and the Sun. You're ready. You're ready. I think that scares the shit out of you. I think that's honestly what scares the shit out of you. Because you're ready. What's holding you back from letting it out of your heart, from going forward? Because the Six of Swords is what's holding you back. Page of Pentacles. Look at this. This, oh, what's the word? I heard melancholy, but that's not what I was looking for. This, needing to, oh, what is the word? That's not what I was looking for either, but okay. I heard melancholy and then I heard needing to discern, but that's not what I'm looking for here. What's holding you back? A lack of discernment. Page of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. I think it's your fear. I think it's something about the community. You're scared to face something with your community. Magician and Temperance. You have everything you need. You're finding this now. The equilibrium is what I heard. You're finding your equilibrium. This is about the alchemy. This is about the actual alchemy. Past meets future is what I heard. Past meets future. Past meets future. Queen of Cups. I don't like it. I don't know why I don't like that one. In this reading, sorry. And then an Ace of Wands and a Six of Cups. Past meets future. Your joy. New start. Rekindling. Rekindling. Oh, yeah, no. This is saying goodbye. Sorry. I heard it because Rekindling doesn't sound right. It doesn't, this is it's the what's meant for you and what's not meant for you, and saying goodbye. Timing, 4 of Pentacles. And there's the Fool on the bottom. The new start. That's where we're at. The new start. The Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. Did we have the Ace of Wands twice? What do we had another ace, I thought. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Letting it go. The burdens of others. There's the Empress. And there's the Hermit. Divine counterparts. And there's the Star on the bottom. It's following. This is, you had to let go. You had to say goodbye to find your, yeah, you had to say goodbye. Truth. Ace of Swords. To find your spark. What leads you? Okay, so how can you reclaim your power here over the next couple of weeks, Spirit? Actually, yeah. Okay, thank you. No, I'm gonna use these. We'll do a quick shuffle, just a quick one. How can you reclaim your power here? How can you reclaim your power here? Spirit, how can whoever this message is for? Harvest. 7 of Coins, 7 of Pentacles. That's usually what, okay, what I usually hear for the 7 of Swords is take what you can carry and leave the rest behind. That's what I'm hearing for this card. How can you reclaim your power? It is a timing card as well. Can't make this shit up. 7 of Swords. Take what you can carry and leave the rest behind. That's exactly what is being asked of you right now. It's time to go. All right. So let's look at fear versus intuition, and then we're going to close this out. Page of Coins. A hesitancy. A hesitancy. Okay. Fear versus intuition. Temperance. It's about the damn alchemy again. You're being asked to trust. Trust in there's a gift being offered here. It may not feel like it in the moment, but that's the truth. That's the truth. Spirit, can you confirm that's the truth? Being offered a gift here. 8 of Pentacles. You've been doing the research. You've been trying to find the things, maybe work on the things. 8 of Pentacles is about 8 coins. 8 of Pentacles is about working, but this is also researching. Hanged Man. Hanging Man. Again, that's double. Looking at things differently. There's the Fool. There's the Fool. Sorry. There's the precarious balance. And there's the 7 of Cups. 777 may be important for someone. This 7 of Cups is a lot like 9 of Cups to me. Like everything, it's not about it making a choice. For somebody, they already did make a choice. For others, it is absolutely about the balance of the Temperance card twice, the Hanged Man twice, 2 of Coins. Whoa. And there's the Nine of Cups. Yeah. King of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Three of Coins. For some of you, for someone very specific, this is about what makes you fulfilled, what makes you feel fulfilled. Oh, the country accent is strong. In your job. And you've decided what your, there's the moon again. Really? No, I'm just thinking. There's the moon again. Full moon. For others, it's what's worth putting the work into. You've decided. King of Swords, you've decided. What's worth your time, I heard. There's the Four of Cups. That was weird. What's worth your time? Anything else? And there's the Death card. The transformation. Queen of Cups again. Could be very much you're dealing with someone who's a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This could be about the Neptunian transition, but I think this is about the transformation. It could be an ending with a water sign. Can you confirm, Spirit? Please. Five of Wands again. Again. Did we have the Five of Wands? We had the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords. So definitely big change. This is big change. With that death. Conflict. There's the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups. All the fives. No, we don't have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, we do have the Five of Pentacles. We had that to begin with. All the fives. What you prayed for. You prayed for this change, for this new beginning. That Ace of Cups. Yeah, and there's the King of Cups. So we did not see the King and Queen of Wands, but we saw the Emperor and the Empress. King and Queen of Cups. Hello. And the Magician twice. There is some heavy, okay, that Devil card keeps wanting to fall off, which is good. Heavy earth energy, though. That Four of Cups has come out twice. Anything else? Page of Wands and the Four of Swords. What brings you peace? Also your dreams. You've got to keep that dream journal. This is what's going to help you navigate. Chariot on the bottom, helping you navigate. And there's the Star again. And the Tower. Right, sorry. Yeah. Chariot again, I'm taking it. Time to go. Time to go. Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior is so tired. That's what, 3 times, I think? And then the Page of Cups. It's time to go. Queen of Swords, so now you have those. I'm taking it. And the World. And that's it. And that's my sign. That's your sign. On the bottom is the Six of Wands, Victory again. So, I mean, listen, not the longest reading I've ever done, obviously, but it's one that I felt like it was important. We needed to, I feel like, okay, for whoever this message is for, you've been walking a very long journey. You are being protected right now. Your spirit guides are surrounding you. I think they're trying to speak to you, actually, because when we get to this Hierophant card, whether it's through dreams, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through those signs, symbols from, spirit in 3D, nature, the rainbow, like it said, right? Okay. Your spirit guides are surrounding you and they're trying to talk to you. And the Two of Cups that you have found yourself, the reason for what you're scared per se, not per se. I mean, I think a little bit, I think that's what it is to open the door and go through. Justice comes in. It's what you wanted. It's getting what you wanted. That's where, followed by the star card. It's getting what you wanted. You wanted this. This is from your heart. You have to trust that. You have to trust that. Justice being here twice, star card 2 or 3 times. Then we have the Three of Swords twice. That's definitely about healing these things. The healing has been difficult, but you're closing the door. You're closing the book. You're closing the book on this. What no longer serves you authentically. What inhibits you. Sure. I'm just saying the words that come to my brain. I'm sorry. This is like word association to the 10th power in a way, because I'm just like, the words don't even make sense to me, but whatever has inhibited you, right? No, maybe that's what I'm hearing. No more. And it's scary and it's painful and you're letting it go. The 10 of Wands, you don't have a choice. The world, it's done. You can never go back. You can never go back to who you were. This is the time for your authentic self to shine. If you need to make peace with that, however, if you need to make peace with that, Spirit, for the person that's struggling to make peace with this, what can they do tonight? What can they do tonight? What can they do tonight to make peace with this? Your inner child. Go within. Go within. You probably feel like you've been doing a lot of that, but I think actually there's been a lot of avoidance of that. So you're being asked to go within. Get back to your inner child. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. The lion is at your back. The 10 of Swords. It's the end of it. That's how you deal with it. No more blocking. The Hermit card. Yeah. Okay. Go within. Heart center. This is cups. This is your feelings. This is your emotions. What were the things that brought you joy as a child? What were the things that gave you your dreams? Love, life, money. What were the things? Name them. Okay. I don't know who, so we're going to say it. And if you're done with the video, I get it. Just totally be done. Look at all your relationships. You can create, it's kind of like a SWOT analysis, kind of, sort of. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It's fine. But take 3 pieces of paper, okay? Do family, friends, lovers. 1 paper for each. And for your family, start going down the list of your family members that you have associated with the most in your life, okay? And what it was about those particular family members that drew you in to want to associate, and then the other family members that gave you no, I don't want to talk to this person in this way. I don't want to be around this person. We all have them, okay? If your friends are your family, okay, you can combine them, all right? For friends, same thing. The friends that you've had throughout your life, start making lists, okay? And then beside the names, what was it about them that drew you in? What did you have in common? What did you like about them? What didn't you like about them? And then look at the next friend. What did you have in common? What drew you in? What didn't you like about them? And keep going. And then do the same thing for the lovers. And if you really want to get funny, funny is not the right word, across the board, start writing down descriptors of these people, even your family members. Dark hair, brown eyes, tall, hairy, overweight, right? Or whatever. I'm not judging. I don't care about shit like that, but I'm just telling you how you can use words for yourself. Then your friends, blonde hair, blue eyes, female, um, or, feminine, curvy, whatever. Maybe it's the same for another family member. Maybe you start seeing parallels of the people that you are attracted to and what it is about the qualities of those people that you're attracted to. And then also the reasons why those relationships, for those that did not make it past go or whatever, they're no longer in your life. What ended those relationships? Because now you have a map. You have a map of who it is you've been seeking from a family member, from a friend, from a lover. There's a lot of insight that can be gained in this exercise. Maybe you do that tonight or start it. I know for some of us, it can be a really long list, especially with friends. Oh my gosh, but I'm also old. It's fine. I suggest this for you. For whatever reason, I think this will help you to find out who you really are. So that's not what I've been saying the whole time, but that's what came through. Find out who you really are. Where you've been, look where you've been, the rearview mirror, the healing that's been done, so you can keep moving forward. It's necessary. And on that note, I'm going to say goodnight. Happy February 1st and Leo full moon.